Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Bakare wants presidency to speak out on Osinbajo. Pastor Tunde Bakare, General Overseer of Lagos-based Dominion Hall Cathedral Global Community Church, has called on the presidency to speak out on rumors surrounding Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Bakare, a former running mate to President Muhammadu Buhari in the 2011 presidential election, said this during his sermon on Sunday. The clergy was speaking against the background of reported strained relationship between the vice president and the cabal at the presidency, which has seen some of its powers and responsibility dwindle down lately. Bakari, however, said there was a need for the presidency to speak up. He said it is considered He said it is my considered opinion that all the rumor miles and things going around with the vice president in this nation, the government must address this country and tell the plain truth what is going on instead of letting people to continue to make guesses that are unprofitable for our nation or anybody. And if they don't want to say anything, then let them not say, but stop this nonsense that is going on. You have a moral responsibility to account for the masses that is going on if you don't stop it. Bakari also claimed that he never begged to be Buhari's running mate in 2011, declaring that no one could relegate him having gained access to the mountains. I don't apply to be running mates. I was minding my business when I was called and gave my access into the mountain, and you can check out to the plain, he said. According to him, the Bible is full of examples of persons who were nowhere, but God elevated them, adding that characters like Joseph and David receive accelerated promotion and ensure that they utilize the opportunity to the full. The clergy Osinbajo compared that to the case of Yemi Osinbajo. I am not sure Osinbajo was a party man. I'm not sure he was there when APC was being formed. I moved the motion for the amendments of the CPC and the ACN at the Eagle Square. He was not anywhere around there that day. In fact, I can tell you that he went to the Supreme Court to argue a case on that very day when they were looking for him. One day I will tell you the story of what transpired that night. Until the king of the mountain gives you access, you cannot do anything on that mountain. But when they got when you get when you've got and you've given you the access, you can carry on and do anything and everything. There is a serious rift between presidents uh, of the nation, President Muhammadu Buhari and Osinbajo. The rift is not directly between them, but the cabal, the presidency itself, the cabal against Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, they have taken over his duties. Like you've been hearing, the cabal is the one ruling Nigeria, not President Muhammadu Buhari, and they've been the one dishing out orders and saying what should be. We know the person of the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Do you know his aides were replaced without his knowledge? A lot is going on. Have you been hearing his voice lately? Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has not been, really speaking up. You really hear of his activities and the things he's doing for Nigerians when President Muhammadu Buhari is not in the country. Remember the other time that Buhari had to go to London and there was the case of Amotekun. that was actually wanting to spy to cause, a serious issue. Remember what Vice President Yemi Osinbajo did? He just called a meeting and resolved it amicably. What about the other time that Buhari traveled for a while? Before Buhari came, that was the first time in a long time that Nigeria's economy actually did well. A lot of things were put in place, while Buhari was not around. Now, Buhari is around, but because Buhari is the president, you cannot override the head. Buhari's cabal are all there against Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. They are all there not, they are undermining his office and doing the things by themselves. They are the ones, they don't even, they undermine his office, they do their own thing, they carry out their own activities, and before you know it, even encroaching into the vice president's duties and what he should be doing. They're kind of like taking over. You hear the person of Abdul Karim. These are people that are controlling even when Buhari is there. Buhari is like the one, the figure face they are using, that they're actually doing these things by themselves and actually ruling the nation from behind. So in Aso Rock right now, there is a lot of issues on the ground, matters going on, and Bakari is asking the presidency to address the state of the presidency, because it's been rumored that the Kaaba are taking over Aso Rock and are doing their own thing and are not giving Vice President Yemi Osinbajo a chance to even carry out his duty as a vice president. So they're kind of like undermining his position. And this man is a quiet man, so the person of Tunde Bakari is saying, please let the presidency address it and state what the duties of the vice president are, so that he can be able to be effective and carry out his duties. And the person of Yasmin Osinbajo has been very quiet of late. He has not really been speaking or been seen around, doing a lot of things because of these underlying issues and matters going on. The Kaaba are the ones, it's not in news that the Kaaba are the ones ruling Nigerians, and they are the one who is, in the aim of affair, and they've totally overtaken Nigeria, even from the presidency. Buhari cannot speak without the approval of the Kaaba. Even the president's wife, the person of Aisha Buhari, at one time and in more than how many occasions have addressed Nigerians saying that the leadership of the nation has been taken over from her husband, that the other people ruling the nations, they are not the one in charge. And she kept on crying out and saying, where are the men? But what we are saying to her is, say what exactly the issue is. Don't speak in codes, and then we can effectively manage the matter and be able to come alongside with you and help. You can't be speaking in codes and you know the truth while you are enjoying what is going on. But when they step on your toe, that's when you want Nigerians to interfere. It's not done. It's not done. You know, it's not done. So Nigerians, this is the issue going on. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's position has been seriously undermined by the cabal. He's not saying a lot of things, but a lot of things are going on the ground that you're not hearing Osinbajo coming out and then the media on the public eyes to say. But a lot of things are actually going on in the presidency. I can really imagine what it's like being amongst this cabal. A lot of people have been having questions in their lips saying, what is Yemi Osinbajo doing? Why is he not speaking? Why is he not lending his voice in this area, in this capacity? Why is he quiet? Well, if you don't know, you don't know. There's a lot going on the ground that this man is even battling with personally. There's a lot going on the ground. There's a lot of issue. The cabal, they are the ones actually ruling. Buhari, I'm sorry to say, is actually like a figurehead. And so these are the ones that make the law. They sit down and they deliberate and they tell Buhari what to go and say. Apparently, that's the way we've come to see it. That Buhari cannot move or do anything without the instruction or the directives of the Kaaba. That's what is going on in Nigeria. So you cannot actually totally blame this man. You cannot completely blame him to say it's your fault. This is that. No, 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 no. You cannot outrightly blame him. If you don't understand the true picture, you might not actually blame him, because the cabal, these are powers that be. So these are some of the things going on right now. And Bakari had to speak out that presidency, what is going on with Yemi Osinbajo, address this issue. Let's know once and for all. So thanks for listening. I would like to hear your view on the matter. Please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Bye.